Good evening. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to the second video in the series of questions from Bangladesh. A good-hearted person writes me, "Come on, computer, behave yourself. I need some help from you. I guess you are a vegan. I don't eat meat or fish for ethical reasons. I eat a lot of protein from lentils, but I don't know what's the substitute for calcium I get from yogurt, milk, and cheese. I want to turn myself into a complete vegan and not hurt any living being or animal in any way." Well, my Bangladeshi friend, that is a beautiful sentiment. Luckily, this is pretty much the golden age for veganism. You're right, I've been traversing the vegan path in one way or another for about 30 years. And right now, it's a great free resource is YouTube. Just enter vegan and followed by whatever question you have in the YouTube search engine, and you'll get a lot of information. And ask whatever questions you have based on those videos. I'll be glad to help you. There are many free videos from Dr. McDougall, MD. There are also a wealth of videos from Dr. Michael Greger, MD. If you wish to purchase some books, I recommend Dr. John McDougall's The Starch Solution, and I also recommend Dr. Greger's How Not to Die, which is kind of a funny name for a book. Personally, I think it's a riff of an old English skit that was released in the early 70s. You ask a very important question about calcium. And around the world, the myth has developed that the best bioavailable source of calcium is dairy. I should say the best bioavailable source of calcium for adults is dairy. And that is a wonderful way of using fear to increase one's sales. However, many scientists around the world have observed that the countries that consume the most dairy products also have the most osteoporosis, whereas countries that consume the least amount of dairy per person have the least amount of osteoporosis. As a fellow skeptic, I'm sure you'll appreciate the genius of natural selection. And when we look at nature, we see that if there's an element necessary for life, if it's profoundly scarce, life won't thrive very often. There are many vegetables that are an abundant source of calcium. What comes to mind offhand are the green leafy vegetables, like collard greens and cabbage and stuff like that. Basically, if we consume, the idea is that it's good to keep things simple. If we eat whole foods, whole starches, vegetables, fruits, we'll do well. We'll thrive. But please don't take my word for it. Those two books are excellent, and scouring the internet, especially YouTube, can be very helpful. And there are many MDs whose entire careers are built on the subject who know much more about nutrition or health than myself. It's good to be compassionate to non-human animals. It's good to be compassionate to ourselves, where we are animals. Luckily, the two do not need to be mutually exclusive. Now, if we're going to be vegan, it's best to have a healthy vegan diet based on whole foods. Technically, I'm sure red vines and soda could be vegan, but you won't thrive on such a diet. Let's continue on. Here in Bangladesh, we have a small group of Osho meditation. I meditate with them once a month, but I want to meditate more at home all by myself. I guess your videos will help me doing that. Yes, my videos are free, and they can help if you follow them regularly, once every morning, once every evening. Especially look for the guided meditations, and don't be shy. If you have any questions, write them out in the comments section. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. There are many meditation teachers everywhere. And the question arises, how do we know which teacher or method to use? And the answer is, you really don't. According to various texts that have been attributed to Gautama, who was known as the Buddha, intuition, or logic, or popularity, or antiquity are not valid matrices to determine which method or which teacher to rely on. Here's what works really well. When you look at both the Parinibbana Sutta as well as the Sutta of the Kalamas de Lama, we can conclude that the best method is, number one, to suspend judgment for a short time. Number two, attend some teachings designed for new students. Number three, apply the techniques for an hour every morning and an hour every evening for 6 consecutive days. Number four, engage your judgment. Number five, notice your results. If you got bad results, if you become cranky and neurotic, go find a better teacher. But if you start feeling a little bit more peace, a little bit more joy, a little bit more love, a little bit more resourcefulness, then go back to the teacher, the same teacher, and continue receiving instruction. By the way, you're always welcome to attend my webinar classes over the internet. Although, since you're halfway around the world, it may be a bit challenging, but it may also be helpful if you're fluent in English. Let's see. I can quit having chocolates. Sorry, the next part says, thank you for not mentioning my name in the video. Extreme Muslims kill the atheist bloggers here in Bangladesh. Don't worry, your anonymity is safe with me, but I just want to know I completely respect you. I think you're very courageous. Well done. I can quit having chocolates, ice cream, yogurt, cheese, milk, eggs, since it's not ethical to consume dairy products, but I don't know what's the alternative for milk. What veggie food has calcium? Well, that was covered a few minutes ago. Those books will help you. Videos by those doctors will help you. They're free over YouTube. The information, the videos are. And like I said, a variety of plants, green leafies, a variety of non-starchy vegetables, a variety of starchy vegetables, and a variety of fruit. Find the fruits and find the healthy food items that appeal to you, and you'll do well. Basically, if you do that and consume enough calories, you'll thrive. If you starve yourself, you won't thrive. That's just how humans work. Let's continue. Soy milk is available in Bangladesh, but vegan ice, vegan cream cheese, vegan cookies and cakes, non-dairy ice cream, non-dairy yogurt is not available. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure, but here's something fun to consider, is that there are healthy alternatives for all of that. For instance, you can, if you have access to a refrigerator and a freezer, you can slice fruit, you can freeze it, and then you can put it in a food processor and create sorbet. For instance, using vanilla extract, ripe banana, and strawberries makes a delicious sorbet. Or banana and mango makes a delicious sorbet. And you can experiment with whatever fruits you find to make delicious, healthy, ethical foods that satisfy your sweet tooth. There's a lot of money to be had from frightening vegans into thinking they need specialty foods. One of the cool things is that if we look hard enough, we'll find simple, wholesome, healthy foods that appeal to our every craving, whether we want something soft crunchy, whether we want something chewy or liquid, whether we want something sweet or savory or salty, whatever it is we desire, we can find a healthy, whole food, ethical source. And if you can't find it yourself, submit the question to YouTube, and you will be amazed at what you see. That's it. If this video inspires any questions from anybody watching it, please list your questions in lurid details in the comment area below. But while you're below the video, you'll notice a button that reads Show More. When you click that, you get links to a bunch of free resources, which can be a lot of fun. You'll also find a link to my next series of weekly webinars. You can attend in person if you live in Southern California, or you